Hey everyone, this is Todd from Copyflight, and this is another episode of Copychat. I want to talk about something that I've been thinking about for a while, and just got off a live about page teardown with the WordPress community at Tulsa, and really appreciate James and Douglas for inviting me to come, and had a really good time, and hopefully you guys learned something. But this kind of came up during the session about putting things on the about page, and are you putting too much, that kind of thing. And it got me to thinking, and I actually went into it a little bit during the talk. But what is the purpose of a web page? I think sometimes we are worried about a hard sell or something like that, and we don't really want to try to do any of that kind of stuff. And totally, I get it. Nobody wants to feel like they walked onto a car lot and have a used salesman to hound them about buying something. But that experience is really hard to replicate on a web page unless you're sending a lot of obtrusive pop-ups and unusual notifications on the page, which is a really bad user experience anyway, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. In fact, media sites do it all the time. Drives me nuts. Nothing worse to me than logging onto a page and hearing a video ad start. Just, can we ban that already, okay? But anyway, I want to talk about the purpose of a web page. I think 10, 15 years ago when we started doing these websites, it was very informational. So here's the information about our company. Here's what you need to know about us. Maybe here's our service, here's our product, this is what you need to know. At the time, you could probably get away with being very informational driven because the rest of the world wasn't exactly on the web yet. To be sure, there were a lot of websites and a lot of people online, but as the market crowded, if you will, there had to be a way to stand out. And that's when I think copywriting principles began to kick in to help websites. But let me talk about what the purpose is of a website. I think the lines between copywriting and content marketing are blurring. Feel free to disagree with me, tell me I'm wrong, whatever. I have said this a few times, and I would even throw SEO in that as well. Those lines are blurry because you got to have a little bit of both. So when you build a web page on your website, what is the purpose? Is it just to inform? I don't think so. I mean, I think there is information there. I mean, you don't write anything without providing information. But I think the purpose is to persuade. Now, I'm not talking about annoying type of persuasion, where you're nagging somebody, the whole used car salesman type of approach. I'm talking about persuading. And so I plan on getting my friend Sophie on at some point to talk about the principles of persuasion, because she is in that conversion copywriting space and she can talk about it all day long. I think that is something that everybody needs to know. So when you're doing content marketing, when I'm making a little side here, you're doing content marketing, the goal of the content piece you're writing is not just to inform and educate. I hear this section, or this between copywriting and content marketing. Copywriting is to sell, content marketing is to inform. Let's just throw that out, okay? If you're writing a content piece solely to inform, then you're never going to sell anything. And we're not in business to not sell something. Got to sell something. Got to, persuade someone to get on an email list, persuade someone to buy, persuade someone to do something, and I'm not talking about annoying used car salesman. I'm just talking about run regular, copywriting principles to persuade someone to take an action. That's what a web page should do. So this mentality of the brochure website really is not legitimate anymore. It's almost 2020. Here is my challenge to you as a business owner, online marketer, whatever. Take a look at your web pages in 2020. Do it before the end of the year. What is the purpose of my about page? What is the purpose of my home page, my product page, my service page? Am I attempting to persuade? Have a call to action on all those pages. Dive into the principles of persuasion. You can Google that. I think Robert Cialdini is the guy's name. I may be saying his last name wrong. But dive into that and choose one of them and try to persuade people to take action. You no longer can you afford just to inform and educate people and not try to persuade them to be a customer. That education, and people will definitely take your free information and go on about their lives. You're not doing that for them to learn more and go somewhere else. You are doing that to get them to be a part of your tribe, to be a customer, to be on your email list. So whether it's an about page or home page, a service or product page, find a way, learn, hire a copywriter if you need to. There's a lot of good ones out there. Happy to help you with that. But indeed, learn how to persuade. Now, that goes with your content pieces too. You're not just building a piece of content to provide information. And what happens when people do that is they write 90 plus ways to do blah, 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 or 90 tools that you can do. Very shallow content. That may be 3,000 words long, but it's shallow. It's not original. You're doing copycat content, as my friend Brendan Hufford talks about. In fact, he's got a fantastic article about original content. I recommend you go. It's at the 100 Days of SEO blog. I recommend you go read that so you can see 4 elements of a good original piece of content. But if you go ahead and get the website copy framework, what I walk you through writing those pages is the goal is to persuade. We'll talk about value propositions and benefits, those kind of things. So moving forward, let's just leave in the past the mentality of building informational pages. Information is great. Don't stop there, okay? Write the best, most informative post, but also it's two sides of the same coin. The other side needs to be persuasion. You need to be moving people along in the funnel. So you might go and look at the stages of awareness that copywriters refer to learn something about moving them down. The best content marketers I've ever seen, guys like the ones that grow and convert, and Brendan and some others, is they do a great job of writing and understanding their content is about moving people through the funnel. So that's my copy chat for the day. I'll drop links in the bottom of the YouTube video, but think about that going forward. Not to write articles or web pages, just to inform. When you do your about page, you are telling people about you, and it's okay to say we and I, but remain customer centric with your copy. So I like to tell people, and it's very much an arbitrary number, but you can write 30 to 40% of that page about you, because the page is about you. But make sure that you are leading with this is what I can do for you. This is what we do. We solve this problem. And those are better about pages. You don't want to come across too self-centric in an about page. So there's a little bit of a balance there. Now, your other pages need very, very few I's and we's, and mostly U's. But anyway, that's what I have to say. 10 minutes of Todd and his copy chat rant. Hopefully do more of these in the future. Again, this is Todd with Copy Flight. This is another episode of Copy Chat. What is the purpose of your web page? Hope you guys have a great holiday. I should be back doing videos after Christmas is over, and I look forward to a good new 2020. What are your goals for 2020? Drop them in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys in a week or two. Bye.